The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
You ready? No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, corner booth.
I see myself. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or?
No, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh
Lovely. I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Right, cool. Thank you. Shit. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am missing part of my background here. I don't even care anymore. All right, we've made it. It's officially Thursday. It's almost Christmas. Hanukkah begins next week, so happy Hanukkah to all you people who celebrate. Also, happy holidays to any other holidays I may miss. Winter solstice to my pagan friends, and happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate as well. By the way, Christmas party's next Wednesday, folks. Doing some giveaways. Hope you're going to be there. I'm going to be there. This handsome genius will be there as well. We moved it to Wednesday so he could go to the Jets game and hopefully get us some video of Garrett Wilson giving us an endorsement for the show.
Yeah, hopefully let's get by the Lions and then we'll have a packed stadium for Thursday. Hopefully we're still in contention for a playoff game by that time.
Hell fucking yeah. And also joining us, the man, the myth, the legend. This man's claim to fame is knocking Nick Fairley on his ass during practice. He is one of the funniest dudes I know, even though he's the most cynical Cowboys fan I've ever met. He is the part of the Gruesome Twosome for the High Low podcast and the Bert and Ernie of Belly of Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Kelsey.
I don't think I can have a better introduction. Can I get that on recording? I'm going to use that for
I'm going to start selling these for a living at this point. And making his live show debut from somewhere in the Southwest, this man just kicked his finals asses. He is a rookie on the podcast. He helps us run our Twitter podcast. He helps us run everything. This man is the man, the myth, the legend. Ladies and gentlemen, our rookie, Mason.
Yes, sir. Always here to help out.
Honestly, man, I'm happy that Grayson sent you our way because, oh, by the way, shout out to Grayson. I hope he's kicking ass in the medical sales field. I'm very happy he sent it your way because honestly, we love having Mason on the show. He's got that Chris Collinsworth delivery with the sports knowledge to back it, unlike Chris, who share. I think Chris Collinsworth's problem is I think he shares his bets through his takes. Much like me and Matt, I've had this problem before where whoever I'm betting on is generally who I'm picking in the game because I'm that confident in myself, which maybe is a problem. Maybe I lost money this year. Either way, we're happy.
Yeah, how well did that work out for us on Monday?
I don't want to talk about live bets anymore, Matthew.
It was one by one. Everybody we chose is a leg. Oh, this person will get over 25 yards rushing. Boom, out. Kyler Murray over 30 rushing yards. Boom, ACL or whatever the fuck it was.
I just at that point, I just gave up. I said, you know what? Me and Matt were just basically screwed from the get-go. So I just said, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to roll with it at this point and just live with it.
I think FanDuel felt so bad that they just fucked me over with that entire thing with everybody I picked just getting out injured. They gave me a free $5 same key parlay thing. So I just did a little free thing on tonight's game.
I'm gonna do mine for ratings purposes in about 30 minutes. We talk Thursday Night Football because this game tonight is going to be epic. And no, Beth, I am not. Even though I just talked to you like 20 minutes ago.
Yes, you did.
Also,
you're completely ignoring them.
Beth it says happy first show, Mason.
Appreciate that, Beth.
Yeah, he's ready for the live show. And folks, I after the week I've had, I need one of these. Tonight's first beer is an Icelandic. It's called Wee Heavy. It's an Icelandic Scottish beer. 8% alcohol. So,
Would you say wee heavy or wheat heavy?
Hold on.
Wee heavy.
What?
It's an Icelandic style.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Icelandic style Scottish beer. That is wee heavy.
Yeah,
Like, are you?
beer.
Like
What?
heavy bladder? You're gonna have to take a big piss when you're fucking done with that thing, or like
It literally
like,
is spelled
Like wee heavy? Like this is a fat joke? Like what are you? What are we
that's
talking
what
about?
I took this as.
Look,
Like,
it
damn,
literally says it right here. Wee heavy.
I can't. I need glasses.
Icelandic.
I do
Wee,
see
oh,
something.
wee as
very
in
heavy?
small.
Yeah.
Just a wee bit heavy.
Yeah, and it's 8%.
You gotta say it with a little bit of an accent. You know,
it
for a
is a
northerner, you
very
suck
good
with
beer.
accents.
I
Yeah.
love this. This is I just love this beer brand. They make great winter ales because obviously they're from Iceland, so they're just a lot of. It's cold up there, so it works.
No, really?
No, it's nice and warm up there, guys.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not the
I
place?
don't
to
know.
build ice?
Honestly, I almost failed meteorology in college, so like I don't know how the weather worked. No, I'm just kidding. I somehow best story I've told this story 1,000 times. Had a 51 the entire semester, was failing out, did everything from study groups to everything. Chucked a Hail Mary, studied my ass off from about 3 a.m. till 5:45 when I should be getting up. Went in for my final, got a 91 on it, passed the class. I'm out.
This sounds like me with the geography for sophomore year, except it wasn't the usual geography we'd all be thinking
Buddy,
of.
I was in the library when you were studying for it. I don't want to talk about how you were that day. You were not a happy camper the day before.
No, we had a fucking teacher. It's like, yeah, I don't have TV. I just look at rocks and I figure out the solstice based off the stars. I'm like, I'm getting a D plus, and I'm out.
I had a guy who was a former refugee, and I was like, oh, fuck, this dude's going to look at my white entitled ass and want to kick me out of the class.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pop this up for Beth, and I'm gonna say this was my entire experience with school. Just show up for the class, show up for test days, get an A in the class. Didn't have to worry about it.
No. When Jared and I went to school, they would pretty much just like force down your throat, like you need to participate, otherwise you're getting a minimum of.
Oh, I mean, I showed up.
Every class participation.
Nah, like they made you speak. I just wanted to sit. It's 8:10 in the morning. I want to sit there.
Attendance record that. You know how many times I went to class hungover or drunk still, like or are still high? Like seriously.
Guys, I went to Auburn. There's not enough kids there. There's too many kids there to be like everybody has to participate. When you're in a room full of 300 plus students, you have an eye clicker. So I'd sleep through the class, hand my eye clicker over to somebody. They'd hit all the buttons. I get credit for passing the class. I just had to show up. That was the only thing. I show up. I get marked off on the little iPad that all the just for clearing the clearinghouse. And once you do that, what you do in the class is up to you. Doesn't matter.
What was the population number for like students at Auburn?
25,000 kids at Auburn. Funny story. The city itself is like 22,000.
On a usual day with commuters, we had 19 and a half.
Yeah, how are we still forced to participate?
Because you guys went to a stupid school.
We did go to a stupid school. They stole me money.
We went to a cheap school.
Wait, hold on. Was it a religion-based school?
No,
not at all. No, this is a school where it was a state school, and if you walk down a certain street next to the cemetery, you're gonna get mugged at any point in the time, whether it's daylight or dark.
So you'd end up in the cemetery anyways.
My roommate got mugged at knife point my freshman year.
Yep, and it was all by that stupid cemetery, and everybody still fucking went down that path. I'm like, just don't go there.
Dude, I drunkenly walked through that cemetery 1,000 times when I was coming back from parties. I did not care.
Well, you were a pretty big guy, so they probably were like, I'm not trying to fight this kid, so let's get the scrawny little tiny kid.
It's the best method to avoid being messed with and avoid being kidnapped, just being a big guy.
Yeah, listen, that's why. Yeah, the van wouldn't stop me because they would be worried I'd eat all their candy. They wouldn't have anything left for the other kids.
Or they'd blow their shocks, one or the other.
Yes, how either of us should talk about blowing shocks on a fucking van. Oh my god. I did have one guy though. At my job, we run a masonry yard. I had one guy. He got out of the truck, and he went and paid while his guys were getting weighed. And usually we do -1 for -1 guys to not fucking us on the scale. This guy was about 400 pounds, and my yard foreman goes out -4. I look out the window, and I have the guy in front of me. I could not keep myself together. This dude was literally looking like Sam. I don't even know. He looked like Norbert's. Who's the girl from Norbit? Eddie Murray for the fat suit. Looked like that, but 5'4".
Oh,
he had the sideways walk through the freaking. He had the sideways walk through the freaking door. It was hysterical. It was huge. I saw his truck like sink when he got in.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's
I'm
a free lowrider.
This dude tried to get away. Dude, DJ, go take your girlfriend on a date. Leave me alone.
How did he miss that? That it had already popped up on the screen once.
I don't know. I'm trying to do everything at once here. I'm still in go mode after this morning.
I imagine DJ sitting in his room with the lights off, like just by himself, and he has a notebook on with like a little
just
desk
gonna
light,
heckle me.
and he just thinks of things. He's like, all right, Jared loves the Eagles. Jalen Hurts. How can I put this into context to just like annoy him for this show?
The scariest thing is he's actually probably sitting there talking to his girlfriend, meshing with a dog, playing Pokemon Go, and coming up with great remarks to make fun of Jared all at the same time because
he's the Neuralink. This guy's a fucking cyborg.
This man is holding a conversation, getting Pokemon, and still burning people at the same time.
Yeah,
that's why I love him.
He's keeping multiple relationships together at one time.
Winsboro Baptist.
And there's the winner.
Cheers to that one.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, buddy. Oh, my God. All right. Folks, we do have an amazing fucking Thursday night game tonight. I cannot wait. I am so happy. One, I have off tomorrow, so I can literally stay up for the entire game. I have to open up the Stone Yard. Nothing. I get to sleep in, watch the game until whenever.
Dude, Brock
49ers
versus Seahawks.
Like, holy shit. Like, this is the game we've been waiting for, and we finally get a Thursday night game that's going to live up to the hype, hopefully.
Why'd you say something?
Yeah.
Kelsey, you were on the show with me when it was Bengals Dolphins, and Tua basically got his brain turned into jelly.
Yeah.
I know. No, this is going to be a good game. This is an important game, not only for the Seahawks, but this is something, if I'm a Giants fan, I'm watching this game because I'm pretty sure the Seahawks are right behind the Giants right now in that wild card race. So a win tonight can possibly edge them out, and then we're going to be on the outside looking in, hoping that they can take this game against the Commanders this week. But for the Seahawks, you've lost 3 of the last 4. You've got to win. And there's honestly, if you really think about it, there's no reason that you should be fighting this hard right now for that division when your competition is a 7th round Mr. Irrelevant rookie right now. Like, this should be something you should be taking advantage of and just riding the storm. But right now they got that 49ers defense. That's going to be really tough for them. But this is a must-win game for the Seahawks, and this is a must-lose game for the Giants to watch right now.
So is anybody else just thinking to themselves, like, when is the Brock Purdy train going to roll off the tracks? So yeah, Kelsey, this is why you and me get along so well, because you think the same way I do. Okay, where's the where's the shit? Where's the smoke? Like, come on, guys, this is like.
I mean, I thought it was going to be this weekend. I didn't think he was going to. Like, you telling me the Bucs lost to Brock Purdy? Like, you're telling me Tom Brady, the winningest quarterback we know in our history of life, lost to Mr. Irrelevant
by like 3 or 4 scores.
What? And it wasn't like it was close. Like, it wasn't like, oh, well, he got beat because of the defense or because of Christian McCaffrey. No, Brock Purdy literally beat Tom Brady head to head. Like, no, this is stupid. I don't football. Look, the next thing you're going to tell me is Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback. So, like, at this point in time, I'm at a loss for this season. Carson Wentz is a Hall of Famer is going to be the thing that follows that. Like, where are we going down this road?
Let's pump the brakes on that one, Chief.
That's my point. But that's my point. Like, what? Like, this is the road we're going down if Brock Purdy continues to be great. Like, do I think he was set up to be like better than he actually probably should be? Yeah, I think he was a better quarterback than everybody thought he is. But I don't think he's a quarterback that can go win you 6 straight games or something like that. That's just insane.
My biggest thing with this right now is like I like to follow sports TikTok because it definitely gives us a bounce around of like different. There's some good sports content on TikTok. There's some good sports skits. Like shouts out our boy Benchwarmer Brand, who's like a Connecticut boy like me and Matt, and like everyone knows Annie Agar. She's like so famous. She got freaking a job with Fox, but there's like that, and then there's the podcast who show clips, and then there's like guys like us who post like good countdown sections like Matt. And I like seeing a balance. I like seeing everyone's views. And I saw one guy break down. He's like, "Oh, the Niners are the clear Super Bowl favorite out of the NFC." I'm like, listen. I love the fact that the spotlight's not on us. Like, I even love when Dallas is above us on the power rankings. That makes me so happy because I'm like, I don't want to be number one right now.
I don't.
I know you don't, buddy. But like, I even love the fact that Micah Parsons is talking shit about us. We don't have him for 2 weeks. So, like, my biggest thing is that right now, though, it's like I see all this stuff about the 49ers. Like, guys, you're still talking about a team who has the biggest choke artist in coaching as their head coach. Who's worse?
Who was the Bills coach when they lost 3 straight Super Bowls?
Oh, Marv Levy.
Marv Levy.
I'd also add in the Chargers coach through
my guy Brandon Staley.
The early 2000s, the mid 2000s.
Oh, Marty Schottenheimer.
Thank you.
And every coach after that for them.
Let's also just go ahead and throw in Matt LaFleur right now because Matt LaFleur.
There you go.
Can we also throw in the Broncos head coach already? Is it too early to throw him in there? Because right now you have a $256 million quarterback, and you trust your $16 million kicker more than him. Now, is he valid in doing that? Yes, but
who was Dan Quinn when he was with the Falcons during the entire the Falcons blow lead era.
Yeah, then there's the onside kick that actually got him fired. That was terrible.
Worked out for Dallas though.
Let's see. Yeah, so no, not the most snake bitten coach out there. There are worse than Kyle Shanahan. Just have to correct
recent memory. Like when you look at Kyle Shanahan's resume, it doesn't instill confidence. I say the best one. Like, you gotta go get your boy.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Agree. I will trade that.
Yeah, they're fucking gas.
Delicious. Like the best things ever.
Matt, I will find you one, okay? When we do our live show in the Corner Booth studio here, I will find you a bag of them.
That's fine.
I don't know if they come in bags.
No, I will just buy a shit ton of them for us to split.
TJ definitely had a stash of a box in the kitchen at one point.
Oh, guaranteed. I can tell you right now, I've never hung out with that motherfucker in person. I guarantee he's a candy addict.
No, it's not that bad. Mostly like fruit snacks.
To touch on that comment quick though, like, so obviously Dallas, Jerry Jones says he doesn't want to shut the door on Odell. Obviously Dallas right now is like, we don't want to sign Odell because pending whatever the physical or whatever he's doing, like checking him out, he's not really going to probably produce as much for anybody this year, maybe in January or something like that. But so they go out and they get T.Y. Hilton, who I give him like 3 weeks of active play before he's questionable or he's out for the game or he's doubtful. So, like, I don't know. You go and sign a guy that's not ready health-wise, but then you go get a guy that you give him 3 games, he's probably going to go out with some sort of ankle knee injury for like a week or so.
If they weren't playing in Texas, yes, I'd say you're right. But T.Y. Hilton has a freaky knack of being the healthiest he's ever been when his team plays in Texas, whether it be at FIU in his last college game, played in the Alamo Bowl, absolutely lit up whoever he played there. Whether it be whenever they went and played Dallas or Houston, like God forbid, NRG Stadium is literally the house that the house that T.Y. built. Mm-hmm. And look, they played Dallas. He has this 100-yard game in Dallas, so him playing in Texas is like a godsend for T.Y. Hilton for some reason. So I don't know if I don't know if we'll see the same ghost T.Y. that gets injured every 3 games, takes a vacation because he's only going to be playing. They have 4 games to get to the playoffs, so
yeah,
it's not like it's that far.
Is he? You think he's above Noah Brown on the depth chart, or you think he's like the wide receiver 4?
Right now, I'd say wide receiver 4, but I do think once it actually gets down to him being healthy, I'd say I'd potentially even say I'd put him as a receiver 3, potentially a low 2.
I feel like if you put him if you throw him in as a 2 and you put Gallup in the flex, I think Gallup will surge better, like how he used to when it was Cooper and Lamb, and then so I think Gallup is going to work better as a flex. So maybe throw T.Y. as a 2. He's an easy plug-in at that position anyway.
It's like the Cole Beasley concept, right? Like it's like Cole Beasley. Like obviously Cole Beasley is not your real number 2, but when it comes to getting a first down, he's your second option. Like guarantee, honestly, on most plays, he's probably your first option just because the dude knows how to get open. As frustrating as it is But like I feel like that's the same with Ty. That's kind of what Dallas has been missing since losing Cole Beasley. Ironically, is that guy that just gets open on first down, and you don't have big Jason Witten who just runs the sticks and turns around and then boxes out somebody. So your next best option now, go get T.Y. Hilton, who can run the cleanest routes out there and actually catch a ball away from his body. That sounds like a good option at least. So, I think it's going to be definitely something like that. It's going to be default to, but realistically, he's probably going to be classified as the number 3 receiver.
There you go. Oh, shit. Darren Waller in Hunter. Oh, shit. Darren Waller's playing this week. Just in time for the playoffs to disappoint me. Let's do this.
I don't know. My best waiver pickup when he went on IR was somebody dropped Dalton Schultz, and it's like, okay, I'll take him. 20 points for the next couple weeks later.
I went to place a bet.
And that was when
down.
Dak Prescott just came back. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, I'm picking this fucking guy up. Darren Waller in my IR. Schultz is my starter. It was either Schultz or I was going to go out there and grab fucking the guy in Tampa, Otto, whatever. I was not doing that.
Otten. Mm-hmm. As long as Tom Brady can actually hit him in stride.
Nope.
All right, fellas, we do this every Thursday. Matt, you already did your parlay already, so I got to do mine. So, fellas, we're going to do a same game parlay on my dollar, literally to dollar, or $1.50. We'll do this week. Feeling ballsy. Where Mason knows the drill. He's the vet. He's the champion here. I almost hit a plus 28,000 odds parlay with the Eagles Giants. All I need was a Danny Dimes interception. $2 would have won me $2,500. Everything else hit. So with that in mind, I'm feeling good today. So money line, I'm picking the Seahawks. That's my bet. I think the Seahawks are going to get the dub tonight. I really think they are. All right. Anytime touchdown scorer. Mason, give me a player. Either team.
McCaffrey. Got to go McCaffrey.
All right. Kelsey, give me another one. Seahawks, if you can. Feeling DK, but I would love somebody to talk me out of it.
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett?
Yeah. It's going to be Tyler Lockett or Noah Fant, one of the two.
All righty. Matt, all right, how many passing yards Gino throwing for tonight?
I took the under on his 236.5. I went back into the stats the last time they played each other, and he had, I think he had under 200 yards passing, but this defense has just gotten better by the week, so I took the under.
Wrong answer. 245. Let's go for it.
What does that give you the best odds?
1 plus 130.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're listening to him make this bet, please bet responsibly. This is not how you bet responsibly.
I am the reason they have these ads. If I wasn't so damn cheap, I probably would be in the poorhouse. But the thing is, I bet like $1 on these, and that's why it's hysterical. It's like buying a lottery ticket for me.
Yeah, this guy literally sits here and contemplates what he's going to choose. And then Mason and I are like, well, how much are you throwing down? He's like, $2, $1. I'm like, dude, fucking just add the leg to the parlay. It's $1.
Right.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've lost on a same game parlay off of like one guy missing a block or one guy just getting pulled out. I'm now same game parlays burn me every week. I was supposed to have a free bet, but those fuckers at DraftKings lied to me. So I'm a little ticked off by the Arizona game, Max. That hurts even more now. Either way. All right. Brock Purdy, how many yards? Kelsey.
You know what? Fuck it. What is his over under on this week?
The over under, it looks like it's about 225.
Oh, FanDuel had a 216.5.
Easy under. Very
Yeah,
easy.
I'm going 185.
All right. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I was like 165, 185, somewhere in that range seems about reasonable.
I'm gonna be ballsy, 219.5. I'm gonna throw at it because that's minus 105. I think it's pretty good odds.
So what we're doing here is fuck your guys' opinions. We're taking the opposite.
Hold on. Now you can add. You can do the 185, and it's still going to increase your odds on a parlay.
Yeah, but I agree with you. He's gonna have under. I just went a safer route just in case he gets one lucky ball off of Brandon Ayuk for like 70 yards.
He'll still only throw for 10-yard dump offs. I guess unless McCaffrey breaks off a
all right
50-yarder.
Rushing yards. This one's open for anybody. McCaffrey or Kenneth Walker. Anybody going off for a big night tonight? Rushing.
I took the over on Kenneth Walker's 48.5. I don't know what it's like on DraftKings.
And what's McCaffrey's total?
I believe it's I don't know off the top of my head. It was definitely 60 something. No, I'm sorry. It was 78 or something.
Yeah, I was seeing like 80 and a half.
Yeah,
78
and a half right now is plus 105.
Yeah, I kind of think under. Like, I think he's going to get a couple of scores, but I just don't see any way that he goes for like 100 yards.
I think he's going to get one of those like 60, 75 yard rushing games, but he's going to have like 40 something receiving.
Right, exactly.
Like if you can have an all-purpose, this is one that you hit an all-purpose of like 105, 110.
DraftKings is smart. They won't do that, McCaffrey. They only do it for like backs like Miles Sanders catch one ball every 5 weeks. They're not stupid. All right. Any receiving props? Matt and Mason know how much I get burned on these, but receiving props. Anybody got a good one for me? Yards or receptions?
I think Ayuk is going to have a big game. I also think Christian McCaffrey could have like 4 or 5 catches, but
I kind of think Kittle will have like several receptions, maybe a touchdown. I know last time they played, he had 2 touchdowns against Seattle.
What's his over-under? Honestly, just go the over-under on him. Go with the over on his.
I think it's low. It's 40 and a half.
It's 40.
Yeah, I think go with the over on that if that can be included.
There we go.
I think you can be pretty lenient with the overs on some of these things.
Because you have 2 people thinking George Kittle's going to have a nice night. I feel like that's safe enough to be like.
Well, yeah, Seattle defense is a lot weaker than that Buccaneers defense. I think he should have a more productive day today than he did last week.
There's no Derwin.
All right. So. Personal ones I'm rolling with Nick Bosa for at least 1 sack. Okay. And I'm rolling there's a fumble lost. Doesn't matter what any team.
Okay. Do you have Geno Smith rushing odds?
Are they that bad?
I'm just really curious.
Let's see.
I don't think they were that high.
Is it like 7.5?
No, Geno Smith alternate rushing yards. Plus 20 yards is plus 110. That's a sucker's bet. I
think he had like a 7.5.
Like if his over under is like 7.5, take the over because
it's like it's 17 or something like that.
That's tough because then they include the sack yards on that. So if he does get sacked more than twice, you're like
QB rushing unless it's a guy like Hurts or.
Well, I was like, if it's 7.5, that's easy. That's easy money for Geno.
Draft
because he usually breaks off a 10-yarder.
FanDuel, it's 15.5.
Yeah.
But it's either you go over or under, it's negative 110.
It'd make a nice parlay conclusion.
Fair.
Who's Jordan Mason?
I think he's the backup for the Niners.
Yeah, the running back, right?
Huh. Okay. Yeah. It's very just generic. I had no idea who this guy was.
Create a play. Jordan Mason.
All right, boys. The parlay is locked in at plus 300,000 after 100% parlay boost. Thanks, DraftKings. So, final one after kept kicking things out. Seahawks money line, McCaffrey and Lockett and DK Metcalf anytime touchdowns because I'm feeling ballsy. Over 49.5, over 249 with Geno Smith. Under 219 with Brock Purdy. Over 54.5 for Kenneth Walker. Under 84.5 for Christian McCaffrey. Over 49 for George Kittle. Somebody loses a fumble.
There you go.
For $1.68, because that's when I have spare money for my last bet. That's what so fuck it. And the total payout if it hits to $5,041.
I'll take my $50 Venmo, please.
I will Venmo you $50 if this hits Kelsey. I will Venmo.
I'm gonna laugh so hard. You're gonna hit everything, but DK anytime touchdowns. That's gonna be the one that crucifies you, and I'm gonna laugh at you for forever.
Dude, that's gonna fucking hit, and I'm gonna be just like, all right, I'm gonna quit my job and just take a month off to look for a new one
for $5,000. No, dude.
My overhead bills, I think per month, are about $2,700.
Oh, I'm not jealous at all. Reed super jealous face.
Yeah.
I took the free $5 FanDuel thing, and I took the Niners money line. I did the McCaffrey anytime touchdown. I took the under on Geno's passing, the over on Kenneth Walker's rushing, the over on Purdy's passing. I did the 33.5 alt points, like total points between the two. And then I did an Ayuk also anytime touchdown, and I took the over on Ayuk and Kittle's receiving.
There you go.
free $5 will pay out $733 if that hits.
Yeah, I'm stuck in Alabama. There's no betting here.
Damn.
You're still. Oh, you're going to get the car right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
holidays too. Holiday visit.
There you go.
That's technically why I'm here. I'm not here for any other reason. No, that'd be selfish of me.
Well, I'm happy you're getting your wheels back, buddy.
Shh, I'm not here for that, sir.
This is the Jared shut the fuck up moment. Yes, Beth, I know Florida, the great state of Florida, has no betting, which sucks because literally I would move there tomorrow. But sports betting and
no.
Yeah, because betting's immoral, but apparently humping gators and stand your ground laws are great.
Dog, those are okay. Those aren't in the Bible. It says nothing about gators anywhere in that Bible.
Well, fair. So, Kelsey, I got to watch you and DJ do your bowl selection game, your bowl selection show. I commented and said you literally missed the easiest pun of all time, calling them the Thundering Turds. I was a little hurt you didn't read my comment.
No, I completely ignore comments.
I know you do. That's why I'm never commenting on your fucking show again. I'm going to not share it.
Well, okay, so you actually, fair enough, to be fair, like pull the curtain back here. That was the one not live show we've done. I was literally driving that day. Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, then I don't feel as bad. I don't feel as offended now.
There's the curtain. Here's the man on the strings, ladies and gentlemen. Ruining all the fun, Jared.
I do want to talk about quickly, though, the ridiculous contracts in baseball. I want to bring this up quick. Because between Bogarts, Kelsey's fucking Giants wearing Correa, basically 8.5 Brinks trucks, and who was the last one?
Is it Trey Turner?
Trey Turner. Trey Turner's going to be 42. Correa's going to be 41.
No, Justin Verlander's is stupid.
Oh, well, that's the Mets. They're kind of exempt because they're already stupid. So
$43 million for a year for 2 years. $40 million guaranteed each year.
I think there's a third-year player option if he pitches a certain amount of innings in his second year.
Like, you have those, and then you have the best deal, I think, so far in the offseason, which is Josh Bell to the Guardians for like $31 million.
Yeah, that was a bargain.
Cheapest deal of the group. Like, here you go, and he's going to provide the best value out of anybody that they've added for that money.
I just saw this headline roll across my screen. The what's it called? The freaking Red Sox are eyeing Dansby Swanson. I'm like, they're not going to fucking pay him. They care. The Fenway Group won't pay players. Come on.
Eye him all you want. You have too much money tied up in Liverpool. You can't pay him.
And the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, like I said, you have too much money tied up in Liverpool.
Shut the fuck up, Kelsey.
Yeah, you got 3 positional infielders that are be getting paid until they're like 41, 42 right now, which is insane. I think I was more surprised with Xander getting 11 years. Just already just being 30 to give somebody 11 years in there, and that's pretty much just this modern day's Robinson's Cano contract, where he was like 31, he got a 10-year deal. And how did that work out, Seattle? You got rid of him after like 5 or 6 years.
You know, the history of 10-year contracts is like there's been one that has been met to the end of it, and that was Albert Pujols' contract. Yep. Every other contract has not made it to its 10-year life expectancy.
Yeah, I
know. And so now you have guys going 13 years. Like, really?
Baseball's tradition is going to kill them because they need to do max contracts, and they don't have the balls to do it.
I think my bet as to who's not going to be able to serve their 14 is going to be Tatis.
I don't think Tatis is on the Padres in a year and a half. I think he's off. I think he's gone. They'll move him.
They rumored that the Yankees were in on that, and I was like, please, I don't need another double-digit contract with a no-trade clause. I can't do it.
We'll take him down in the desert. He'll fucking hit 50, 60 bombs a year in that fucking air.
You know what? You know the whole thing that bothers me with Correa, though, is you bring in a shortstop when you have an all-star shortstop.
Yeah. So you're going to move him to third kind of thing? You know what I mean? They got Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford, right? I'm like mind blank right now.
The all-star shortstop when it comes to defensive players right now.
Okay, yeah, he's a great defensive player.
But I feel like
shut your whore mouth, Jared. You stop that.
I feel like
don't be mad because he has every Diamondback's hopes and dreams everywhere. He has ruined them all, either with his bat or his hair.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, he is literally our fucking kryptonite. We light up Clayton Kershaw even in his prime. We cannot beat this fucking loser from San Francisco with long ass hair.
I feel like the Giants are like, all right, we got a little cocky. We signed Mitch Haniger to go there and judge, and that didn't work out. They know they're going to lose Rodon, so I think now they're like, we need to fucking get something. They just throw all that money at Correa. So I'm assuming they got to throw him at what, third or second? I don't know. There's no way you move Brandon Crawford.
You probably throw him at second.
Yeah.
I don't see any other way. I mean, I guess you could platoon him if you want and just use one as a DH.
Because my thing is
then the issue of Jock Peterson comes into play.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, you guys re-signed him, right?
Yeah, who was arguably the best bat on the team this last year. Like, you did sign JD Davis to play everyday third baseman. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't know what their plan is.
How long is Brandon Crawford still in a contract for?
2 more years. Okay. They just re-signed him.
They could move him. Like the Giants would be that team to move him for no fucking reason.
No, they wouldn't. So think about the Giants. The last time they paid money for a big player, if you really, really think about it, was Miguel Tejada.
Miguel Tejada. Fuck, I forgot about Tejada.
Miguel Tejada.
Damn, that's a throwback.
That's how long ago it was that they actually paid somebody to come.
7, right?
Yeah, 07.
Post Oakland A's in Orioles years, yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess you could technically say Renteria for 3 years. They paid him.
Jeez,
Miguel Tejada, the one that lied about his age?
No, that was
that was
Francisco. That was Fausto Carmona.
Lied about his name and age.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I'd rather, like, if I had to pick between Correa and Crawford, I would take Correa. But Crawford, there's just nothing wrong with him, obviously. So, like, I was kind of confused with why they were dishing all that money out for him, because I was like, you didn't really need to upgrade that position. But I guess it makes sense that he has an agreement to play third or something like that. Because I was telling my buddy that's a Mets fan, I was like, sign Correa and put him at third. Then you have Lindor at second, and McNeil at second. No, Lindor at short, McNeil at second, and then you have Correa at third. Alonso at first would have been good, but
I'm just happy because my team's done nothing but sign bullpen guys this entire offseason. I'm like, cool. It was our worst part of our team last year. We go into the 6th with a lead. We pull Merrill or freaking Zach Gallen. Oh, look, by the end of the game, we've blown a lead. Yeah. Great. Okay.
My team did what they needed to do and re-sign Judge, and now my GM is sitting back with his brand new 4-year contract, probably playing the new fucking season of Warzone while every other free agent's getting signed. I'm like, hey, I'm happy he's back, but like, could we add? Could we do some more things? Could we get Rodon? Could we go get somebody?
PUBG or Fortnite. He would never play Warzone.
Yeah, I'm just preparing for the inevitable of going into next year with IKF and Josh Donaldson as my starting third and shortstop.
The Rain Man.
Hey, now, don't hate on Josh Donaldson.
If I wasn't paying him $25 million a year,
where you go, Josh Donaldson?
If I wasn't giving him $25 million,
don't hate on Korner Falefa either, man. I mean, what's wrong with him?
Everything.
He's awesome.
I like he needed. I don't know. I kind of look at him like
beat everything.
I don't know. I look at him like Didi Gregorius. I fucking love that guy, by the way. Thank you, Jared. I love Didi Gregorius, but I look at that like at the end of the year, IKF had his days where he was terrible on defense. And he was great on defense, and he had his days where he was a good base hitter, and then he just went into a slump. We all know he's not the future. I want these young kids to come up, but I also just would rather have just had one of those 3 big shortstops. But I guess I can deal with a $6 million IKF.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Matt, according to the Bleacher Report, in a text sent from Brandon Crawford to one of their reporters, Baggerly, he is expected. Brandon Crawford is actually being the one expected to switch positions.
Interesting. Hey, I mean, that's a team player right there. If you think about it, I mean,
yeah, he's literally like, "Hey, I'm pumped. We got Correa." But he's a shortstop, and they like all signs point to him staying as a shortstop. So I guess I'll be switching positions. Like, okay, you're the team captain. You're the guy that's from San Francisco, and I don't.
I mean, I guess props to him just showing good sportsmanship and just team player, and he's like all about the team and everything. I mean, as long as he's in that lineup, you pay him at third or second, whatever you got to do, but you can't get rid of that's like the heart of that infield.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's still a better player than Wilmer Flores, so Wilmer Flores will not see the field.
I still cannot think of Wilmer Flores. I think about the time the Mets actually almost traded him.
Traded him, but didn't trade him, and he cried in the middle of the field.
Oh my god, I would have been fucking heartbroken too. Are you kidding me?
After hitting like 3 game-winning home runs in six weeks, something like that.
Oh, look who finally showed up to the party after his Krav Maga class. What's up, McCarthy?
Wait, he goes to Krav Maga?
Yes, sir.
I wish I would have voted for him for Creator of the Year now. Sorry, McCarthy.
I think me and Matt agreed we'd split the vote. So one of us vote for McCarthy, one of us vote for another Belly Up regular who comes on our show. I can't
choose.
We had to split the vote. All right, so couple quick headlines. We'll get into the 6-pack. Steph Curry reportedly had a few weeks of left shoulder injury. Russ is unlikely to be traded from the Lakers. That's hysterical, according to The Athletic. Drew Brees hired by Purdue. Thank God he's terrible on broadcasting.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, my ear.
That is not what you put in the chat, sir. Yeah. It is 4 fingers away from being the Reich.
The NCAA is hiring a new president. Charlie Baker will be the next president as of March 1st, 2023. That's like that's like appointing the new Don of a fucking cartel. Who gives a shit? Mark Emmert's fucking terrible. But
anything's better. Yeah, anything's better than Mark.
Anything's better than Mark Emmert. And Pat Beverly, if the Lakers move on, wants to go back to Minnesota. He says he misses his former teammates and wants to play alongside Rudy Gobert. Gobert and Beverly on the same defense is fucking terrifying. No, I'm so
you'll still not get the best Anthony as possible.
Yeah, true. Who cares?
Still be disappointed because you still have a tree sitting in the middle of the court, taking up all the space.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
What are they going to take? Rudy Gobert goes to LA? That'd be.
Listen, we'll take. Well, they don't have any draft picks to give us, so probably not. Also, Lonzo may be out for the season. That is it for your. Noah Syndergaard signing with the Evil Empire, the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're the Evil Empire because they come so close to domination yet fall short every year.
They can't be the Evil Empire though. They're the like. What is the evil guy from Kim Possible? What is his name? That's what the Dodgers are. They look big and scary in appearance, but really they just love small kitties.
Oh, every second villain from a Marvel movie except for Winter Soldier.
Second villain?
So the sequel to every Marvel signature movie, the villain's kind of lame. So Thor was that stupid elf that I can't remember his name right now. Whiplash, Mickey Rourke looking drunker than usual. I think Black Panther.
Honestly, he might have been the most dope of Iron Man villains. Let's be honest.
I mean, the Ironmonger thing was kind of cool though, but it was kind of just like it was more just like saying the origin story. Also, the original Iron Man movie is still my favorite movies of all time. So, either way, I've lost this analogy, so we're moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for everyone's favorite time of the week. The 6-pack is brought to you by eatsofficial.com. Promo code Korner Booth for 10% off. You want sunglasses that can survive a dog's bite, a contractor's truck, a party at the beach, maybe not salt water, so don't drop them in it like I did, but they are tough sunglasses. They're affordable, and they have styles that fit every occasion. They're made here in the USA, down in Florida. Florida man, shout out Beth. And they're good sunglasses. They're inexpensive, and it's a good company. They've always been good to us. They're our longest running sponsor. So eatsofficial.com, promo code Korner Booth 10% off. Gentlemen, with that in mind, it's bowl season. It's coming close to the playoffs. I got the Infinity Gauntlet. Let's crack a 6-pack. Today's beer is a Kirin Ichiban. It's my favorite Japanese beer. It's a lager. It's fucking amazing.
Can you repeat that?
Kirin Ichiban.
Okay.
Itchy bum.
Yeah.
Exactly what he said. He literally just said itchy bum.
We heavy itchy
bum.
bum.
Fucking ruined, Kelsey.
This is twice now he's had a foreign beer and just like completely botched the pronunciation on it.
I know
in the same show.
Maybe we'll bring the dartboard back today. I'm not sure. I got nothing to bitch about yet. So
why? So he could watch him cut his own leg circulation off in his leg?
The tradition is all this time. All right. Speaking of bowl games between teams I didn't even know existed. Well, I knew both these teams existed, but still, you get the point. UTSA and Troy. UTSA is -1. I think these teams played earlier in the year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either. I'm gonna go with UTSA for the simple reason that they're Aaron Jones' alma mater. They're the Roadrunners. I watched them play once this year, and they kicked the piss out of whoever they played. I was at a sports bar waiting for my buddy to show up.
Your rankings are wrong.
Oh, what? They're flipped?
22 and 23.
Okay, I looked at ESPN while I was in the middle of a conference call, so that's my fault. I will edit that right now. So, who's 22? Who's 23?
UTSA 22, Troy 23.
Okay. I apologize for the technical difficulty, folks. My my ESPN app is not up to date. That being said, though, Matt, who you taking?
All right, so you have UTSA. They've won the league title for a second consecutive year. Their offense averages 38.7 points per game against FBS teams and surrenders 26.5 points per game to opponents. So Troy just finally got a winning record for the first time in like 4 years. It's going to be a good game, in my opinion. You got a high-powered UTSA offense versus a Troy defense that only allows about 17.6 points per game. It's seventh best defense nationally. However, I'm giving the slight edge to UTSA. My key victory for them is going to be a clean, polished quarterback play from Frank Harris, who's got a 97. Oh, is that correct? What did I write down? He's 71. A is not a 9. He's got a 71% completion percentage for 3,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 7 receptions. So give me UTSA in this one.
There you go. Kelsey.
Yeah, so I might not be able to ever make it home if I go against Troy. Troy is literally 35 miles away from my house. I have watched them play since they were at Troy State. And by the way, it is, yes, only been 4 years since a winning record. However, their last winning record was when they were 10-3, before that 11-2, before that 10-3. So it's not like this is a bad team by any means. And as far as bowl records go, they are 4-0 in their last 4 appearances. So give me Troy on this one. Like I love the Roadrunners, but give me Troy.
All right, Mason, your debut pick. What do you got for me?
I'm siding with Matt. I've got a really good friend who goes to UTSA, so I'll pick them for that sole reason.
He's going with the He's going with the celebrity picker on game day role, so I love it. I got a boy who goes there. It's okay. Last year, watching Jason Cooper try to pick bowl games was like the most hilarious thing on the planet. This man knows jack shit about college football. He's great at fantasy, but oh my God, watching him pick bowl games in Alpha Outfit was hysterical. He's like, who am I picking again?
He can't beat me in fantasy, so he's not that great. I said it. I said the words. I am number 3 in our belly up fantasy league.
That thing's still going?
Mm-hmm.
I just did it for charity.
No, not the charity one.
Oh,
The actual one where the fantasy experts are supposed to beat the people that aren't fantasy experts.
Fair
like
enough.
Me and Blaine. Blaine right now leads everybody. So
because Blaine's a fucking robot. Him and DJ are both cut from the same motherboard.
I'm just saying, Blaine, they can't beat Blaine. They can't beat me, so there's a problem.
There you go. All righty. Cincy, Louisville, one of the oldest rivalries in the South.
Whoa. No. One of these two schools does technically fall above the Mason-Dixon line, sir.
Technically,
by all of like 0.0001 feet.
Either way.
It's a battle for Kentucky.
Yeah, basically. If you talk to anybody from Ohio, since he's in Kentucky. Yeah. I'm going with Cincinnati. I don't even know if Luke Fickell's coaching this game, but I refuse to bet on any team from the ACC that's not Miami, even Miami anymore. I made that pact with myself after Boston College destroyed a perfect parlay. Fucking Boston College. Yeah, give me Cincy.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the favorite and take Louisville. Short and sweet, I think their offense is going to outperform Cincy's. So I give it a close one. Give it within a one-possession type game, but I'm going to take Louisville.
I'm going Louisville as well. If you watch anything after Luke Fickell announces he's leaving, watch all the player responses, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. you name it. Those guys are not ready to play football. They're thinking too much in their feelings. Half of them have already entered the transfer portal. So at least all the good ones did. The rest of them, well, they're Kentucky kids. So, yeah, they're ready to lose to Louisville for the Battle of Kentucky.
Well, I'm going down the ship, I guess. Won't be the first time. Won't be the last. Mason.
I'm taking Cincy. Louisville's quarterback is opted out, so I don't see anything coming from that offense. And I'll just go Cincy simply because players are probably just mad that their coach is gone. So the guys that are sticking around probably going to, use this as a sort of game to show out and perform. So going to go with Cincy.
Shout out to Cincy for the alumni Desmond Ridder making his first career NFL start this week.
I cannot fucking wait.
And they still have a chance to win their division. Stupid.
That's insane.
Which is fucking awesome, by the way.
Sam Darnold might win them that division.
Fuck, that is that division going down the stretch.
Sam Darnold might win them that division while he throws like a pick or two for like 130 yards.
Yes. He'll throw for 230 with 2 picks.
This is almost as bad as the 2020 NFC East.
With like a 53.2 completion percentage.
He's basically Daniel Jones in 2020.
Minus he doesn't triply runs.
Since you're
I'm doing
Louisville. There we go. Now we have another split skis. Alrighty.
Did you not hear him say Louisville earlier?
I completely I was, okay. It's been a long day, man. I'm up since 5. Oh God! All right.
Distracted.
NFL time. Biting kneecaps, Motor City. Dan Campbell, man, taking on the New York Jets, the corner booth sub team. Listen, when these are basically the two teams I root for when the Eagles aren't on. Jets for my co-host in the Lions because Dan Campbell is my spirit animal. I think what are they fucking 6-1 or 5-1 since they were 1-7 or 1-6
since they traded TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, basically, maybe he was the cancer in that locker room. Either way, damn. And now they got JMO back. It's gonna be interesting seeing the Jets play this week after that tough loss to Buffalo. Oh my God, man! I'm so sorry. I'm taking the Lions. The Detroit buzzsaw is rolling into MetLife. I believe in this Lions team, man. They are the team of destiny. They are way more desperate than the Jets are. The Jets could still lose this game, and as long as they have a winning record going on the stretch, we'll make the playoffs. Because I think they're better than the Patriots, and I don't think any other team really at the back end of that AFC is really going to make a run. Whereas with the Lions, they're on a dogfight with the two teams in the NFC East plus the Seahawks to be that last team. Give me the Lions in desperation and Dan Campbell ready to go at Bob Saleh's kneecaps. The battle of 2 of the 3 most intense coaches on the sideline going at it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, this might come to a surprise to you all, but I am actually taking the Jets. So
what?
Shocker.
Pivot.
Listen, all right, plain and simple. Goff sucks when he's playing in the cold and when he's not in a dome. So put him at MetLife, and you got DJ Reed and you have Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, I think, have combined to given up maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns on the season, something like that. I'm extremely confident in our pass defense. So I'm not very concerned about Amon or Jameson Williams right now. With just looking back at what we were able to lock down with last week's game with Diggs and Gabe Davis and everybody. We also got, I'm happy with Mike White. I think he's got that dog inside of him just for the fact that he took those 2 spears and got back up and came back into the game those 2 times. So that just not saying that means we're going to win, but I'm saying that kid has heart. And any other quarterback might have just left the game and maybe not have come back. But that dude was like, no, my job's online. I'm playing. And this is also a must-win game for the Jets. You need to win this game. If you lose this game, you're now farther back in the hunt. You got the Chargers. You got the Pats on your tail. And right now you're on the outside looking in. This has to be a must-win game because you got to go into Thursday with the win, then beat the Jags and just hope for the best. So I'm going to take the Jets, and I'm going to rely on that defense to hopefully contain the Lions.
Fair. Kelsey?
I got to just name off this injury report right now. So DNPs for the Jets this week: Corey Davis, Brandon Eccles, John Franklin Myers, Will Parks, and Quinnen Williams.
We just cut Will Parks.
Oh, okay. So he was included on the DNP today. So that's all I'm saying. Is not injury related. Was his DNP? So limited practice: Dwayne Brown, Michael Clemens, George Fant, Mike White, obviously with those ribs. Dwayne Brown potentially not going to be playing this week if that limited continues. Potentially a DNP as well tomorrow, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. But the others, if they keep DNPing, I don't know, because you got Aiden Hutchinson going to be healthy. You have this whole bunch of Michael Brockers going to be healthy as well. So it's going to be tough if the Lions come in fully healthy. But I will say this. That defense, I will get lost in the sauce all day, every day. I'm going to go Jets on this one because the sauce is too strong with that one.
Mason.
Jets, rolling with Matt and Kelsey here. Kind of agree with the cold weather take. Goff really just kind of seems to not perform well when he's not playing in LA, when he's not playing in the Dome in Detroit. I feel like the Lions have been heating up. The Bills have had a tough schedule the past month. So I just kind of feel like this is a sort of game where you beat a better opponent and you kind of get back on track. So I definitely see the Jets winning this one.
Alrighty.
I don't think it's going to be like a margin. I think it's going to be within like 3 points.
Yeah, it'll be a close game for sure.
It'll be close. Like, you're just going to be like, are you kidding me?
Anybody got a fur hat? I'm going full Rich Eisen. I'm lone wolfing today.
We don't do that on this show, sir. You chug your beer for lone wolfing.
I don't think you.
That's why you call it a 6-pack, so you have a beer for each one. You go lone wolf.
No, the rest of it gets down during the Thursday night football game.
That's why you don't go lone wolf on everyone.
I haven't. I had Matt went with me on UTSA. All right, Kelsey's Cowboys versus the Jags.
A very dangerous Jaguar.
Why'd you say it like that?
I hate this game so much. I almost left this out. And I saw Rob Ninkovich pick the fucking Jaguars, and it got my brain thinking those bad thoughts in my head again.
Well, I can start this one off if you want, but I'm actually, this is my upset pick. I'm going to take the Jags with this one. So you've got, so I don't know, mind you, I'm very upset with Dak Prescott's fantasy production so far this last handful of weeks. I used to rely on him to get 35 plus. Now I'm getting like maybe 20 and a half. So you've got the Jaguars, who have been pretty hot as late. Trevor Lawrence has been playing a lot better. You got the Cowboys, who Dak Prescott has just been a turnover machine. I think he's got like 8 interceptions since he's come back healthy. He's got 9 on the season so far in 8 games, something like that. So I don't think Dak is 100% healthy. I think he's healthy enough to play this season and finish it out, but I think there's something up with him because this isn't usually him. He's throws for 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns a game. He's not usually having stats like this right now. So I think there's something up with him. Maybe they're obviously not going to reveal it till the season's over. But I'm going to take the Jags with the upset with this one, but this doesn't at all mean if there's anything wrong with the Cowboys going forward. They're going to be just fine. I just think this is just going to be one of those losses that they're going to take.
Fair. I looked this up today. Doug Peterson is under 500 against the Dallas Cowboys in his coaching career as a head coach. As much as I think the Cowboys are maybe looking a little ahead to the game they have on Christmas Eve, I still think the Cowboys are going to handle business. The Jags got so lucky the last 2 weeks on 2 teams that have come off ass whoopings the week before and were a little emotionally spent. The Ravens game came down to a very controversial catch, and the Titans basically got mollywopped by Philadelphia and are basically scrambling to find their own tail. I think the Jags are a good team. I think they're going to get there. I think Dak and the boys will find a way to pull it out, whether that's getting a quick late score and playing clock control, which Doug Peterson has struggled with his entire career, or they force Trevor Lawrence to make some bad turnovers. It's either way. I think the Cowboys get I think the Jags might cover, but I think the Cowboys will find a way with a last-minute field goal or a last-minute Trayvon Diggs interception or something, just some way to sneak this one out. So give me the Cowboys. Kelsey, you're look so upset right now.
He has that look like he doesn't know who to pick right now.
I really don't. Because this is a game where it's obvious that the Cowboys, especially their star players, a.k.a. Micah Parsons, are not paying attention to the Jaguars. They don't care about the Jaguars right now. They care about the Eagles on Christmas Day. If you don't believe me, go look at the press comments. It's all they're talking about. And then to cover their own asses comment at the end of their presser, they're like, oh, but we do have to play the Jaguars this week. Wait, after you just got done answering 7 different questions about the Eagles.
Guys, even if the Eagles lose out, hold on. If this week, if the Eagles win and the Cowboys lose, even if they Eagles lose out, the Cowboys win out, don't the Eagles still win the division because of tiebreakers? Like, isn't that like?
No.
I think the Cowboys can't. No. I think the Eagles clinch.
The only thing the only thing the Eagles have locked right now is a playoff position.
I think if the Cowboys because that would give the Cowboys
you
4
guys
losses.
Ready? You guys ready for some breaking news?
Oh boy.
The New York Yankees have agreed to a 6-year, $162 million deal with 2-time All-Star starting pitcher Carlos Rodon. I appreciate your excitement.
Kelsey's.
I'm not crying on the inside. I'm sorry.
Kelsey's Kelsey's.
The tears are still flowing on the inside.
Oh, it's okay.
It's funny. I was trying to
he's gonna get shelled like our own Jeff Pass and Ryan McCarthy, and with the breaking news off the rip, I wasn't paying attention.
I was trying to log into FanDuel to see which app had the better odds for this 6-pack we're doing, and I was like getting pissed because I kept getting notifications when I'm trying to look at the text that came in for my code, and then I'm like, oh, I should look at this. Being a Yankee fan.
Yeah. So look, the fact is that the Cowboys are continuously talking about the Eagles. They're not talking about the fact they are playing a surging team from Jacksonville right now. They may have been lucky, but they are surging. At the same time, I don't want to say it's going to be a complete upset. It's not going to be like an amazing upset or anything like that, but I do think the Jaguars can pull this one off very comfortably, and especially since for some god-awful reason Ezekiel Elliott is still your starting running back.
Tony Pollard scares the piss out of me. Actually, no. Zeke, the only plays good against the Eagles. Tony Pollard can't play for shit against the Eagles.
Tony Pollard is the only good running back there. Like,
I know.
Get Zeke inside the 20. Okay.
Play the Eagles. Zeke averaged like 130 yards a game against us.
Yeah. And Ferguson, by the way, the tight end that Dak has been in love with since coming back off injury, is a DNP at practice today. So if he doesn't come back, that's a big hurt for Dak. And by the way, it's 8 interceptions since he came back from the injury. But yeah, I'm going to go Jaguars on this one on the upset.
Mason.
Cowboys just continue this little, magical run that they've been on. Win this game pretty easily, I feel like. I know it's on the road.
Let's go, rookie.
But see them win this game. I honestly see them win out. I think they win the next 4 games, and then they get blown out in the first round. So
really must want.
I see it too.
I think they win this game pretty handily. Kind of like you were saying, Jared, it seems like the Jags have had some very close, lucky wins over the past month or so, notably that Baltimore game. And so I just feel like this is probably going to be sort of that reality check where they just kind of get outplayed. And Dallas just sort of runs away with the game. So seeing a big blowout come Sunday.
Yeah.
I think Dallas. My biggest thing with Dallas is they were a little embarrassed. They probably were a little embarrassed after what happened on Sunday because they basically locked out the Pep Hamilton can't call plays for shit.
Right.
On 4th down,
and that the refs didn't check that called back touchdown. More than once. Right. The angle that they showed on that was just.
I ain't saying shit.
But yeah, look, Jared, you mentioned Trayvon Diggs getting an interception late. That's not going to happen. And the reason why is because Trayvon Diggs has somehow improved being a corner while losing statistics. So he's playing a lot more in phase now than out of phase. So he's actually doing a hell of a lot better statistically, just minus the interceptions. Like he's not giving up 1,000+ yards receiving, but he is also not picking off 10+ interceptions a game. So it's actually an impressive thing to watch. So he won't be the guy getting the interceptions. If it's going to be an interception, it'll be Anthony Brown or Malik Hooker, who, by the way, having a resurging year after all those awful injuries.
So I will say this, and Beth, I want the Jaguars to win, but here's the thing: I bet the Cowboys. If the Cowboys win, they come in all cocky against my Birds. 2,
They're gonna do that anyways. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
right.
Let's be completely
you're
honest. It's gonna happen
exactly
anyways.
Yeah.
Have you not met a Cowboys Nation fan? Like
Right.
they're awful.
2,
Speaking as one
if
that
the
hates
Cowboys
the
win,
Cowboys Nation.
Matt misses his upset. I get a point. We're coming in the last 5 weeks of the season. Every point fucking matters for who gets a Sauce jersey, who gets a Hurts jersey. So, like, it's really coming down to it.
Please, Ben.
Are we doing a gimme or?
I still have to pick an upset. So right now you're good.
Oh.
You have to do a gimme. I have to pick an upset still.
Oh, my gimme is going to be the Chiefs over the Texans.
Oh, that's the best gimme ever.
Solid one.
Yeah, it's got to be safe. I mean, the money line's like negative 950. I mean, it's got to be okay.
I want to say the spread on that's like 12.5, 13.
It's
like
14.
14? Yeah. Like when the NFL starts hitting double digits, that's when things get stupid.
Yeah. No, I'm not touching the spread because I took the I took the Texans to cover last week, but I'm not touching the spread. I'll take the money line.
I'm gonna say my upset right now. Give me the Falcons over the Saints.
Is that an upset though?
-4 at home right now. I mean, that's kind of cutting close.
That's okay, but can we take the betting odds out of that and like literally look at those two teams and say that's not an upset? Like, get ballsier than that. Come on, Jared.
Why you gotta be a dick, Kelsey? I'm trying to win some money back, dog.
Matt literally picked the Jags to beat the second best record in the AFC or in the NFC.
All right, fuck you, Kelsey. Give me a minute. Let's get the rest of these games because I have favorites for.
So I'm gonna throw the challenge flag on that. Like that's a BS.
Ban from my show.
You couldn't ban me if you wanted to.
Yeah, I miss you too much, buddy. All right, Dolphins, Bills. I'm gonna say 3 things. 1, it's gonna be snowing like shit in Buffalo on Sunday or Saturday, whenever the fuck they play. 2, Dolphins have semi-quietly lost 2 straight to good teams since that winning streak. Also, the Bills are getting better and better since that loss to Minnesota. So I will say this. Buffalo is going back to the way they were earlier in the season. I think the Dolphins, when they played them early in the season, got away with the Bills having shitty play. Like, also one because Ken Dorsey basically assaulting a headset. Also, the Bills could not manage the clock. The Bills know how to play in the snow. I don't think Tua has ever seen snow. I'm going with the Bills here. I know it's 7.5. I know it's a huge swing, but like, dude, something about this game, man. Like, it may look like Patriots Bills round 1 of the playoffs last year, where the Patriots got their heads kicked in. I have that weird vibe. Mason's shaking his head like, I don't want to remember that, dude. Fuck off. So, like, Kelsey, you love this? I drop one Patriots fan in Kevin. I pick up another one in Mason. It's like I can't get away from these motherfuckers.
Okay, but Mason's okay. Mason, you're not a Bama fan, right?
No, I'm an OU guy.
He goes.
Okay,
to
we're
OU.
good. We're good. We are golden, ladies and gentlemen. He is not a Bammer. We are A-okay in the world. It is an improvement. You vastly improved over Kevin. No offense, Kevin. Love you, buddy. But he's not a Bammer.
Kevin is the most spoiled football fan of all time.
I'm taking the Bills, and it's not close. I'm not even touching the spread. I think they're going to blow the Dolphins out. Dolphins had heaters on the sideline. I know this is probably stupid, but Dolphins had heaters on the sideline in Cali when it was like 55 degrees. How do you think they're going to do in Buffalo?
It was 60 degrees, and they were using propane heaters on the sideline.
Oh my
God! How do you think they're going to fare in Buffalo when it's supposed to snow?
I had to put shop today, and it was 31 degrees when I opened up the shop this morning.
Yeah. So end of the day, I'm sorry, Coop. Miami might be soft. And I'm taking the Bills, and I think they're gonna crush them. I think the Bills are gonna come out for revenge, especially after losing to them by 1 point earlier in the year. And just that whole like, why do you need heaters in Cali? I don't care if it's 60 degrees.
Like, tell me you're soft without telling me you're soft.
To be fair, in the Bay, it does get kind of cold some nights. It actually will get down in the low 30s. But it was 60 degrees and sunny. It feels fantastic. If that's the Bay Area temperature, you're sitting at about 70 actual temperature. Like, it feels like 70 in that situation. Why you got propane heaters? I don't know. So dumb.
Yeah,
I guess I'm gonna go then. I'm gonna. You mentioned Tua not seeing snow. Tua in his 3 coldest games has a passer rating of 53.1 against Tennessee in 2021, 62.5 against Buffalo in 2020, and 81.9 in Denver in 2020. And those temperatures were 36, 35, and 45 degrees. As you mentioned, it's going to be 26 with a wind chill in the low teens, along with all of that snow. I'm with Matt, and this is going to be a Bills winter wonderland, if you will.
Fair. Mason.
Yeah, Bills romp. Gotta agree with everyone. I feel like this is very obvious. Horrible weather. Kind of like you said, who knows if Tua's ever seen snow. So I just see Buffalo getting the backups in like by halfway through the third quarter. I mean, I'm playing Tua in fantasy this week in my semifinal, so I'm feeling great about this kid playing him. But I just don't see any way that, given the past 2 Dolphins performances against solid teams, I just don't see any way that, Bills combined with the weather that they even keep this game close. So Bills in a blowout for me.
Matt, I want a ruling here. Can I take the Seahawks tonight? I know we usually don't do Thursdays with the 3-point home. They're 3-point home dogs, which means they'd be a touchdown dog on the road. Can I take the Seahawks at home tonight as my upset?
Is that an upset, really?
It is. According to Vegas, they'd be 6-point dogs on the road. That hits the criteria, Kelsey.
You want to take him, you can take him. I think the Niners defense is going to hold.
Why don't you take
fine.
the Texans versus the Chiefs?
Why would I be smoking that much crack? Are you kidding me?
Oh, Beth, it's also 38 degrees and raining in Connecticut right now.
Yep. Yeah. I called out. I took tomorrow off for PTO. Thank God, because getting to work tomorrow is going to be a bitch.
Yeah. So you want to know something funny about the Tua thing? About Tua not seeing snow? You guys know his little brother is a quarterback for Maryland now, right?
Yep.
So literally his quarterback is preparing himself for the NFL. His brother is preparing himself for the NFL by being like, you know what? I'm going to transfer away from Alabama, go kill it in Maryland, and play in snow. So that way I'm not like my brother and limited is where so I can go play and be successful. Also, he doesn't have the concussions.
Fair.
Or hip injury.
Well, the problem is now that I picked this as my bet, I got to bet it now for the parlay. So, Matt, take the lead. Giants, Commies, go!
All right, so you got the Giants and the Communists. Can I say that?
Yeah,
fine. You said it.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. So I like the Communists on this one. That feels terrible saying that. I like the Commies. That's worse.
It doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't. It just keeps getting worse. So my reasoning, originally I would have favored the Giants in this one. My reasoning right now is the Giants secondary is still banged up. So if you're the Commanders, all you really have to worry about is containing Saquon Barkley, who in the last 3 or 4 games, he's had under 70 rushing yards, I'm pretty sure. So he has not been his usual self the last 3 or 4 games. So if you're the Commanders, your defense, all you got to do is stop the run and you're fine. Daniel Jones has really nobody to throw to. Everybody's hurt, and he's got no number 1, he's got no number 2. You're at the Giants, and you're on defense. You've got a weakened secondary because of all those injuries. You still have Xavier McKinney out. Dory Jackson, I don't think is going to play. So you got a weakened secondary. So now you got to worry about the run game with Brian Robinson having a pretty good back-to-back 2-week games. And then they have to worry about Taylor Heineke moving the ball down the field with McLaurin and Samuels and I don't know if Dotson's healthy, but you got Logan Thomas and everything too. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is the Giants got to focus on more things than the Commanders are going to have to. So I'm going to take the Commanders in this one. I just heard an echo.
That was my bad.
Is Mason's microphone shot?
I mean, can you hear me? Is it mine?
I don't know.
No, it was me. It was me. It was me.
Jesus. Kelsey's got all
yeah.
No, it was an echo. It was an echo. It was a legitimate echo.
Fair. All right.
I was playing on my phone. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Giants, Commies. I'm gonna go with the Commies. Like my co-host here, I watched the Giants get their head kicked in last weekend. And the problem was it's the things I was looking at 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks ago. when they're barely beating these teams. I was like, oh, the Giants are the team. They're making a run. And I'm like, it's too early. It's way too early to call them it. Like, listen, Cowboys and Eagles are a different breed from these two. No, Beth, listen, I've stopped about 2 live streams mid-go. I think I get the crown still.
2 weeks in a row.
Okay, no, the first time was Brad's fault. I don't want to fucking hear it. I will say this, though, about the Commanders. They play for Heineke, and they play hard for him. I don't know if the Giants really have any more gas left in the tank. I think they went so hard, so fast, first 9 weeks of the season. And I believe since they started off the season, 6-1 or whatever, I think they have 1 win since.
Yes, they got 1 win in their.
That's terrifying. I think they're 1-4-1. 1-4-1. I was like, oh my god, that's got to be brutal. So, I will say this: I think the Giants are very similar to the 2016 Eagles, where they start off hot. Everyone was crowning them like, oh my god, look at this, the new head coach, he's got them running. And it's like, no, there's a lot of problems. No secondary. They have no receivers. Basically, me, Matt, and Mason and Kelsey could all start wide receiver. And besides,
that's not true. I cannot run as fast as Darius Slayton.
All right, fine.
I can sure try.
Matt, okay, so Kelsey will probably start on their O line though.
I can catch better than I can catch better than Darius Slayton.
Yeah,
it'd be like Penei Sewell out there.
Wow.
Like I watched that game and it was like AJ Brown was so open. You could drive a truck through the separation. Julian Love was in a horrible positioning for that Devontae Smith touchdown.
Are you really comparing a Giants-Eagles game to a Giants-Commanders game?
I am not. I'm just saying.
It sounded like you were comparing Giants-Eagles to Giants-Commanders.
Dude, it's just what I saw on tape. They looked, everything was out of position. They were there. And Miles Sanders, who Brian Robinson, I think, could be a top 10 running back within a year or two. Like, listen, like Miles Sanders is having an amazing year. But I think Robinson's he's gonna eat this week. So give me the Commanders. We are Commanders. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
I think I love the media sometimes because I just got back-to-back notifications. The first one said, "Can the legend of Brock Purdy continue?" I didn't know there was a legend. I just thought maybe he stepped in and filled in one start and won. Then I get, first look at Carlos Rodon in that Yankees jersey. And it's just a picture of him with a photoshopped Yankee jersey on. So like, what the fuck is going on? It's like he just put this on. Man. He's walking off the mound in it.
The lack of effort from the big media, like social sort of like, I guess, admins, dude, is awesome. It is so funny. Like
it's clear as day him walking off the mound in like the Giants
stadium. Yeah. Just someone threw together a quick Photoshop effort and put it out.
The only ones better are when they get in a paint and then they literally just draw the pinstripes on and the giant black.
Oh my god, that's just so funny.
It's like all all wrong, and they're just like, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna make it work.
Oh my god, Seahawks opened up the game with a 35-yard.
Over there, I was loving it. Alrighty,
Seahawks opened up the game with a 35-yard kickoff return, so they got the ball at the 45 right now after a Kenneth Walker run.
I know DraftKings just offered me like a 30-cent plus payout because they're like, oh. All right. Time for our other favorite pick segment, bonus cans. Wait, what?
You're not going to let Mason have his pick?
I don't know. The rookie. I guess I'll let him get his in.
Yeah, I'll keep it short. Commanders, I just feel like the Giants suck. Daniel Jones is bad. It's just a very predictable offense. If Saquon can't run, what are you going to do? Your chances of winning the game are shot. So I'll just leave it at that. Keep it short.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king of the 25-second game has the best explanation for the whole thing. So, Kelsey, we rebranded the one-sentence game after the Thanksgiving abomination that we threw together.
Yeah, because you had like 10-minute long paragraphs.
I don't want to talk about it, all right? But Mason actually was like, we said, let's do 25 seconds per game for the three of us. And Mason was like 24, 23, 25, 24. On point. Matt was always like 6 or 7 over. I was either way too short or way too long. There was no in between.
Does that surprise anybody that you were nowhere near the actual time frame? Like Matt actually keeps it close. I can tell you because Matt does your TikToks. So that's why he's successful there. Notice who doesn't do a TikTok though? Jared. So that's point figures. Wait, hold on.
Literally,
Sorry,
the last
pointing the
TikTok I
wrong
made, like I got made fun of by like 8 people at Belly Up, and I want to talk about it. Okay,
Oh,
way. You get
man.
made fun of like 8 people at Belly Up anyway, so you should be used to it.
it's okay because with one click of the mouse, I can just delete their entire podcast. I have that kind of nuclear launch codes.
You don't have my nuclear launch code, sir.
I know, no, because you're also management too. That's why you get exempt.
Oh, I was gonna say even without it, I mean you still couldn't.
Oh no, there's like 7 shows I can just go ahead.
Yeah, that's fair. By the
That's
way,
all good.
everybody's just like forgetting that Heineken has not sponsored Taylor Heineke yet. Like, how messed up can you be?
Yeah, or can we at least get like GOAT or StockX, even though StockX is like a bigger scam than the Commander season? Because like this dude buys a new pair of Jordans every time he gets a dub. So if he's playing
bought a new pair for his
I'm
offensive
thinking,
lineman, too.
hey Taylor, I'm thinking True Blue 3s. Get a little white, black, and red, white, blue, and red going. That's my recommendation. I got a pair. I love them. True Blue 3s.
I'd get the band ones.
No, but be blue, red, and
the
what the ones?
No, the top three ones.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Beth, I don't want to talk about it. Stop. All right. Bonus cans brought to you by the amazing people at candidips.com. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. I go through about a 10.5 a week. Love this shit. My mechanics at work bumming off me. My coworkers do. They all love it. They start buying it themselves. As a guy who dipped for a while, it is a great alternative. I have not even thought about dipping since. I actually was offered at a bachelor party. I said, I'm good. I got that shit. Yeah, it's just good. They have thousands of flavors: cinnamon, Arnold Palmer, blue raspberry, citrus, mango. I can keep going. The mint ones are phenomenal as well. They have ones with caffeine, ones with CBD, and ones that are just straight CBD. Either way, all great stuff. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. Great company. Dude, I get my shit in 3 days. I live on the opposite side of the country. That's how good they are. You can't beat it. But Bonus Cans, official sponsor of the Corner booth and Belly Up Sports. All right. And, of course, Bonus Cans. So, fellas, some games I love this weekend. I already talked about it once, but Desmond Ritter's debut. We have Falcons and Saints. I think the Falcons are pulling this upset off. You know, really, is it, like Kelsey said, is it much of an upset? I think Ritter is actually going to have a great game. I'm going to equate it a lot to Hurts' debut against the Falcons last year, where it's like a starter debut, not actual debut, where he's just going to come out and he's going to throw the rock around. The Saints are fucking terrible.
That's fair.
And every loss for them is another slot that the Eagles draft pick moves up. So I have two reasons why I'm rooting for the Falcons here. One, because I love Desmond Ridder, and two, because I want the Saints to lose more and more. So yeah, give me the Falcons here. Any other bonus cans y'all love? Anybody not picking the Falcons in this one?
I've got actually the Josh McDaniels coming back home. Well, not coming back home, but the Josh McDaniels versus Bill Belichick game. But they got the Raiders and the Pats on that one. Not a fan.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's not going to be an exciting game, but it's kind of a significant game in a sense. You got the Patriots that right now have the 7th seed in the wild card, so this is a must-win for them because they got the Chargers and the Jets right behind them with the same exact record. So it's all must-win for all 3 of these teams. So I'm going to be looking at this game mostly because Josh McDaniels playing this mentor. Can he top Bill Belichick? Is Matt Patricia going to pretty much call offense and defense since he pretty much knows Josh McDaniels' offense? So that's the game I'm paying attention to because right now it's must win for the Pats and they got to get by the Raiders right now.
Fair enough.
I like that Ravens. I like that Ravens Browns game. That game you want to talk about must win. Ravens got to win that game, and they got to do it without your top 2 quarterbacks, which I don't know how you're going to do that right now. That Browns team is not
playing.
He's possible. Yeah, it's a possibility he comes back. He's on the report right now as limited DMPs, so we'll have to wait and see. But with that said, if he comes back, how good is he going to be? Can that secondary hold up? Can we see Deshaun look less rusty than we did? What are we going to see from the Browns? Like, there's so many questions about this game as far as what's going to happen going forward in the AFC North that it's going to be a must watch just for that, for no other reason.
Fair. Mason, any games catch your eye tonight?
I'm looking at that Ravens game too. I feel like Watson has been very just subpar since he came back, And maybe this is the game where he kind of steps it back up and he looks sharp. But honestly, this Browns defense to me has been kind of underwhelming the entire year. I know they haven't had much to sort of back them up on the other side of the ball, but I just kind of see, maybe the Ravens kind of squeak this game out with Huntley and let's not forget that the Ravens defense is, they're no slouch at all. So the Ravens defense is going to hold their own, and it'll probably be a pretty boring game, but I feel like the Ravens could definitely pull it out.
Fair.
And Tyler Huntley just clearing protocol,
right.
by the way. Like literally just getting under the wire.
They're doing everything they can to get him on the field.
Like they may slow the plane down. They may like push the game kickoff back 5 minutes. Like they're doing everything possible.
Like he passed the first test today, so as long as he clears tomorrow, full testing, he's golden.
It was so funny. I watched him at Utah, and I completely forgot he went to the draft, and I completely forgot the Ravens got him. So like Tyler Huntley, why do I know that fucking name? I was like, oh wait.
That year, the Utah Utes put in 6 starters into the NFL.
That was the what was it? The him, Zach Moss, who else?
They also brought in Justin Blackman, the corner for the
Julian Blackman.
Julian Blackman, yeah. The corner for the Bears. There's our defensive lineman and an offensive lineman that all came in.
Yeah, I couldn't think of
another defensive back as well that I can't remember.
Yeah,
so 7 starters.
Yeah, no, they had a corner and a safety who came out.
The corner was the one that starts for the Bears.
Is that
the safety is Justin Blackman.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. One other game none of you talked about yet. Could be interesting.
Jalen Johnson, thank you, DJ.
Chargers Titans.
Burgess.
Oh,
yeah.
Jalen Johnson. Okay, that makes sense. Jalen Johnson and Burgess. Okay, yeah. Thanks, DJ.
Like we've talked about him and I have talked about that as maybe one of the best class in Utah's history.
Oh, fair. Oh, by far. That Utah team, I remember. My favorite memory about that team was they kicked the ever-living. Who they play in the title game too?
USC.
That was USC, right? They kicked their teeth in.
Something like that, yeah. Either USC or Washington, one of the two. I don't know. I can
Utah,
never remember where they fall on
a Friday. Just don't play Utah on a Friday. That's the rule.
Yeah.
All right. One last game. Titans Chargers. 2 teams that are struggling in the AFC really need to make a playoff run. One team coming off of a big win. One team coming off of a big loss. Should be interesting. I'll actually take the Chargers in this one. Give me the Chargers for the upset. Throw a monkey wrench in that AFC South.
An upset?
It's barely. I mean, the Chargers are favored, but let's be honest. Like, the Titans are first.
How's it an upset if they're favored?
I don't know. In my mind, it's an upset.
Just because you're an Eagles fan, everything seems like an upset to you because everybody seems to hate on the Eagles in your mind.
Well,
so
that's
all it is. It's your Eagles fanship coming into play.
So we heavy of an upset.
Yeah. Fuck up. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's the one game I thought it was a nominee for the 6-pack. The bowl games though, Kels, did you like any of the ones for the first week? Besides like the UTSA and the Louisville, I mean
Jackson State I'm excited for.
Oh,
I want to see the Celebration Bowl. I want to see Deion's last game at Jackson State because I want him to finish. If he can finish what are we 13-0 at that point in time? If he can finish 13-0, he, in my eyes, he has accomplished what he wanted to accomplish at Jackson State.
Fair.
But if he doesn't, that adds a whole because I don't know if you guys seen the reports coming out. So evidently, obviously, his youngest son, the corner, had been left out of the trip to Colorado because he wants to stay at Jackson State. Obviously, his oldest son, Shadur, the quarterback, was right there in the press conference wearing the Colorado gear. After they got back to Jackson State, it's reported that those 2 brothers have been fighting because Shadur's been wearing the Colorado gear while getting ready for this bowl game with Jackson State. And he's like, look, you're still playing for Jackson State. You're still one of us. Get that off your head and, words that can't be repeated on air. But yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to see if that team can keep it together.
Who are they playing?
NC A&M. That's A&M?
Okay.
NC Tech?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm also got BYU and SMU.
NC Central, and that's the thing with look. If you look at records, it's going to be like, oh well, Jackson State should wipe the floor. Sure, yeah, they should. But cool thing about HBCU programs, it's just like any other rivalry. They want to beat the ever living snot out of the other team. So throw the record away at that point in time.
The HBCU games during the COVID, I think weren't they the first college football to come back after COVID?
Yep.
Those games were fucking fun.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. All right.
It's because they don't fall under D1, D2. Technically, they do, but they don't.
Yeah. All right, folks. Before we head out, Kelsey, anything you like to pump out, promote whatsoever?
Nah, check us out live. Wow, that was a really quick facial right there. Anyways, check us out every Wednesday live, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. You know it. You can also catch us Sundays on 4th and 4, also on the Belly Up Facebook page or on the 4th and 4 YouTube page. That comes on 11 a.m. Eastern time, where DJ, Zach, myself, and Jim get together, have a good old time talking about and getting you ready for the NFL games. And other than that, just check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You can find us at High Low Sports or on Twitter at High_Low_Sports. And that's how you follow us.
There you go. Matt, where can the beautiful people find our shit?
You can find me personally at the Corner Booth Matt on TikTok and Instagram, BigWisp_8 on Twitter, and then the podcast official page. You can find us at Corner Booth Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and the Corner Booth at YouTube and TikTok.
There you go. And this handsome devil right here has it in his bio as well. Mason, anything you want to get off your chest today before we head out?
Go Sooners, man. I really hope they beat the Knowles in a few weeks.
I hope so too, for obvious reasons,
Yeah, I'm gonna be gutted if it's a 6-7 season. I really will. So praying for a win.
What's that like?
You can join the Auburn Tigers as a losing record this season. So
Matt LSU Tigers is the only one in this show who hasn't had a losing program season this year so far. Or actually, Matt's LSU Tigers is the only guy here who actually has a team with a winning record. Let's put it that way. So you can follow us at Corner Booth Pod, as it says here in Mason. Mason actually helps run our Twitter account. So there you go. Now he's off. Mason, so you're done with finals for the year. You're good.
Yes, sir. Done for the semester. So
there you go. So you expect more of Mason, of course, for our Tuesday and Thursday shows as long as the schedule permits. And you can find my ugly ass at these two destinations here. It kind of varies per social media because of, as much as I am part of the Corner Booth, I am also part of Belly Up Management. So it's kind of good that I have Belly Up in the name as well. My Twitter is boring as shit. Don't go to it.
It is.
Corner Booth Pod is where you want to go. My Instagram's funnier. Either way, shut up, Kelsey. Either way, folks, we appreciate you coming by. We are more than happy that you have supported us through this. Next Wednesday is our Christmas show. We're giving away at least one $25 Nike gift card, maybe an NFL shop one as well. We haven't decided yet. We'll announce it, of course, on Monday. Check our Instagram for details. It'll probably be saying like maybe follow us on Instagram or follow us on YouTube or something of that nature, plus comment on the live stream. Simple rules. You know how it goes. Shout out to our boy Ryan McCarthy, who won our contest last week because he's the only one who followed the directions.
Rigged.
Well, it's not rigged.
Rigged.
There was 3 people who followed the fucking instructions, and he was one of them.
I was the other one.
Kelsey, I know you were in the final 3 and you didn't win. I did.
Rigged. I was on the show. I helped support the show and everything. Rigged. Give me bonus points.
You know what? You're entered into the next one automatically. So there you go.
I don't know if I like that or not. I feel like this is like how you write in for without purchase. You never win.
Yeah, it's like retweet and comment for a chance to win this, and it never happens.
Back when I was a poor college kid, I have my email probably everywhere on the screen earth at this point. Either way, folks, we appreciate you coming through. Before we go, of course, happy holidays to everyone who's celebrating earlier than, of course, we were going to have our show before Christmas. Enjoy the weekend loaded with football. Please drink responsibly, as I will go slam the rest of this beer, eat some chicken, and watch a great Thursday night game, hopefully. And, shout out to High Low Sports for letting us borrow Kelsey for the night. We appreciate y'all so much and have a great night. Deuces.